Okay, the mind training will of sharp weapons. We are on verses 30th, right? Yeah. So, okay, let me read first. When I continue to regress despite all my efforts, it is the weapon of evil karma turning up on me. For what say?
Defying.
Oh, defying, okay. For defying karma and the law of cause and effect. Okay. So, is this 38? Oh, okay. No, not sorry. So I'm reading 31. So 31, 30, 31, 30 is like here. When I delight in afflictions and greatly distracted. Oh, that's done. Okay. Oh, yeah, it is. When I continue to regress despite all my effort. Despite all my efforts regarding like whether you do like the worldly activities or would you do like dharma activities, whatever you do, it is always unsuccess. So this is saying here that the evil karma turning up on me, which is for defying karma and the law of cause and effect. The defying, I don't know the English word here, defying. In Tibetan, what's a ke to sepa? The ke to sepa is, it's not just you are ignoring karma. It's because all the above, the lot of suffering, many of suffering is the turning our evil karma upon us. This all also karma that you take actions, then it's reflecting to you, right? It's affected to you. So now here's a defying Keshe is like they're saying, you do have a faith to karma, but sometimes you are intently, even you know that you are intently ignoring it, say, oh, this is small things, it's okay, I can do it, no problem. Or sometime, good morning, or sometime you never cares, right? Even you know this all karma, what is the activities brings you, which result, knowing that karma, even you know all these things, but you're not caring it. So whatever this karma's result, we never see, who knows? Therefore, just saying in a book, let me do whatever I like to do it. So that kind of things is defying karma. But sometimes we do ignorantly, which we don't know about the karma, and then but still we're taking action and it's reflected to you. That's not called defying. And also sometimes even we knows, and then we even not doing ignorantly, we know about that karmic cause and effect, how created karma, how it's affected to me. So, but sometimes a distracted mind, or we're forgetting it. So then we do, and then finally we remember, right? That kind of things we not called defying. It's two different things. Here, the defying karma is you are just intently ignoring it, even you knows, or you don't care that karma, doing whatever you like to do it. That's kind of things is the defying. So, but all this problem is comes that usually we are not thinking about karma in day by day, like our sadhana, like our prayer. So we do prayer every day, but we're not reflecting or not contemplating about karma, or never thinking about karma. Mainly they are four characteristics. Generally we have a four characteristic karma, which is simple can think it. it not take long time, and then also it's easy to think, right? So so this is that's the problem comes. We are not thinking it, then either we despise it, or we are ignorantly doing all this negative actions because of not thinking that, right? So when we ask, do you have a belief on karma? The most of us, we might say, yeah, I do believe on karma. But the problem could be that, again, not thinking is, right? So if you think every day karma, just simple, the four characteristics saying karma is certain, the karma is certain. When you know that this is here now problem, most of problem, here we are not thinking about, or all this we creating negative karmas again and again, because we are not really knows about certain karma. There's all the problems, not thinking the karma is certain, right? So that's one thing we have to think. Karma is certain, and also karma is multiply. And then also that never experience karmas, a result which you never did, or what you done karma, it never perish. It will come to you in Japanese. This is just four things. Four things we have to think every day. So that's where we are the develop our trust, belief to karma, right? So the karma certain. The karma certain is you know that, right? Most of you know karma certain, right? Yeah. So all the happiness that comes from like a virtuous karma or good karma, all the sufferings comes from negative karma, or another way, say negative karma only brings you suffering, and then virtuous karma only brings you happy, right? That's the sudden karma. It's a sudden. So yeah, it's definitely certain, right? So therefore, if we not think that certain karma, not thinking that certain karma, therefore we do many the negative actions. So therefore, it's important to think this, the just generally four characteristic, right? But here, this mind training talks a lot about individual, that karma, what karma brings you what result, right? But in general characteristic, the four karma, if you think a lot, then a lot of help here to knowing, or also help you to not do any negative actions, right? So therefore, this is important. Special the last two parts saying experiences only the result karma which you done. So that's, it's clear as you that kind of also yeah. Yeah, it is that whatever I do, that actions, the result must be what called yeah, whatever I do actions, there are no result, right? So there are no karma. That's, if you have that kind of doubt, that will be clear to thinking or knowing that what you done, that actions will never perish. So it will take a long time, maybe the time, life to life, but still that karma will remaining until it's the happening the result, right? And then sometime so even we're not taking virtuous actions, but still we're expecting the happiness, or we are allowed of creating negative actions, but still we wish to free from suffering. That kind of doubt, I think that that's the one of karma, which saying never experiences which you never done, never experiences that karma, you didn't do that. So thinking this karma will help you that expecting happiness without virtuous actions, or expecting free from suffering with a lot of creating negative actions, that you're doing this because you say it is you don't care. So therefore you thinking this will help you to know that I shouldn't do that, I should do that, right? So anyhow, so in general characteristics we have to think day by day, by special when we taking action at the moment, whatever action we taking at the moment, we have to carefully think what I'm doing now, what I'm thinking now. And is this the virtuous karma, or is this the negative karma, right? And that if this is negative karma, we should stop immediately before you take act, right? Is this is virtuous karma or is it positive karma? We should take actions. So that's always important is, the two things. One important is generally always think this forecast karma day by day, and then individually on the time that you when you take actions to think whether you should do or not do, it's a right or wrong, or positive karma or negative karma, right? So is this negative karma, never excuses, immediately try to stop doing it. So this is how we are practicing karma, right? Based on your trust on the trust or belief on the karma. So otherwise, karma is that much powerful. Even bodhisattvas can experience the result of karma. You know, the bodhisattva, between bodhisattva and us, has a so big gap, very big gap there, right? So bodhisattva who achieved bodhicitta. So we are knows bodhicitta, we are knows compassion, we are knows love and kindness. I don't think we experiencing it now, right? Of course, we're not experiencing bodhicitta now. So who have that? This is a big different experiences, big different thought, it's big different action. But even those bodhisattva who achieve bodhicitta, who always thinking about sentient being, who cherish always other sentient beings. So that kind of being also could be the either they do ignorantly, or either they do look intently, but the karma result, even the bodhisattva can happening the karmic result. So that much is what called, we need to careful, right? So cannot be defying that karma, because that's the happening. And of course, if bodhisattvas can happening karma, then why not we are? So definitely we will have those a result of karma for us. So yeah, therefore it's a saying, it's careful, right? Mm. The line says, Legi number member Samekap, Seve Tangi Shen Dundurke. In sutra, this is one of the sutras. Legi number member Samekap means result of karma is beyond of our thought. Because even that the bodhisattva who has always loved to sentient being, they can also experience this karmic result. Therefore, it says beyond our thought. So therefore, you cannot ignore, say, oh, this is simple action, even negative, this is simple, or this is small. That's the problem. You are not thinking the karma is multiply, right? So if you know the karma is multiplying, then even you small or slight negative action, you will care for it. So that we should do careful on it, right? So this is saying here, the defying karma and the law of cause effect, that which you've done in many lifetime. So that's evil training karma to you, and then whatever you do is not having success, right? So saying from now on, I will strive to accumulate merit. This last line has a two different. One text say that from now I do more patience. This is it. Now this line is in from now I will strive to accumulate merit. But either this both are like not wrong. So saying they strive accumulate merit because that everything you do in your life is unsuccessful, right? It's not success because of that karma. So therefore, the accumulating merit. So also Buddha says, I think it's next day after Buddha enlightened, Buddha said that sonam dembe mi sambanam yantup. That means sonam dembe mi sambanam yantup means who accumulate huge merit that can be wish fulfilled. Sambanam yantup. It's like a establish or there's accomplish to their wish. Who have a great merit, they will accomplish on their own wish. That's the line. So this is again the creating a lot of merit and then like accomplish your wish or fulfilling your wish. So therefore, as much as you accumulated the merit, that's how you will success more. That's the thing, right? That's how now we have to do it. Yeah, it is like sometimes we found it's hard work, but sometimes it's depend on how you think it, right? To doing like always creating the accumulating merit or try to do virtuous action. Try sometimes you might find it's hard work. Again, I'm saying it's very much depend on how you think it. That's regarding that. I have the quote from Shantideva text saying here, for the sake of satisfying my desire, I have suffered numerous burning in hell. But by those actions, I fulfilled the purpose of neither myself nor others. So how much we work hard this lifetime, even like we forget about the previous, right? So this lifetime from beginning to right now, how much we work hard. That's the thing. Suffer a lot, numerous sufferings, suffered numerous, that's the saying here. Yeah, I have suffered numerous burning in hell. What does it mean? Like I'm talking regarding Buddhism, okay, the perspective, the Buddhism way. So we born many times in hells, and how we born in hells, that we know, because it's all this negative result is happening. How many times we did it, right? But what you gain, that's the same. And instead of hell beings, we can talk this lifetime, how much we work hard, how much we separate, what you gain it, through by the suffer. That's the saying here. And then it's from like chapter 6, right? Chapter 6. the verses 74 and 75. Now 75 is here. But now, since great meaning will occur from harm which is not even fractions of that, I should indeed be solely joyful towards such suffering that dispel the harms of all. Okay, let me read the Tibetan. Okay. Yeah, it's just say what all this hard work we done or we're doing in this lifetime or many lifetime. Most of the time we creating negative karma which brings you suffering or which is born in hell realms. Only that result is more suffering there, no benefit to self and others. But sometimes you can do hardship with the taking practice with the karmic cause and effect or other compassion and so on, so on. It's the same as like it's a hard work or hardship, but it's not harms to you, instead of harms you, benefit to you and self, both. So benefit self and others, right? Benefit self and others. Therefore, that's the saying here, towards such suffering that dispel the harm of all. Therefore, you should be joyful to doing that. You should be joyful, you should have a joyful effort to doing this hardship for practice of the karmic, practice of compassion and bodhicitta. So otherwise, whatever we're doing by own way, there are no result, no benefit. Is saying neither myself nor others, right? And then it's all suffering and suffering, but there are no benefit. But you do some beneficial suffering, which you can have it regarding meditation and so on, right? But that suffering is not really suffering, is where you would think it, but it definitely brings you benefit or never cause you harms, right? That's kind of things saying here that regarding I'm saying now on our strive to accumulate merit. Yeah, that's accumulating merit is there are so many things we can do it, but still that it's like some kind of very difficult to do it, or we don't want to do it, right? So therefore I'm quoting this, it's a worth to do hardship on these things, the accumulating merit. Yeah. Not believing karma, right? It's saying not believing karma. So actually, yeah, the trust in karma or not trusting karma, that's two things. So the not trusting karma, how they will daily action, how their actions in daily life. Here saying in one of the Kadamba master saying here, I quoted from the Kadamba's book of Kadambas, Kadamba, yeah, saying you study it, learn lot about karma, and you also read many books about karma, and also yeah. And then you are listening or you receive many teaching about karma, right? So, but in your daily life, your daily actions, it's just always spend time with the idle gossip, right? And when Lama and Buddha said you shouldn't do that, then you knows what Lama and Buddha said, that what should do, what shouldn't do, but you don't carry it You do whatever you like to do it. So and then even you doing like a carelessly. So all these things is saying the sign that you do not have a belief on karma, right? Um, yeah, this is generally saying, um, okay, I can talk with the next line here. Uh, yeah, so we know that in our daily life, yeah, we knows many things, right? They compare like 5 years ago or 10 years ago. We knows many things, but your action never change. Same how you're doing in 10 years before 10 years or five before 5 years. Then there's whatever you knows, you are not care. That means you don't believe whatever you learn it. So if you care it, then if you have a trust on it, if you have a belief on it, then you will take actions. You will be a little bit changed time by time. But your actions never change it, your thoughts never change it, but you learn so many things. Then what the meaning there? This is the saying here. So therefore, this is that the sign that you do not trust on karmic, doing, never changing your actions, never changing your thought, or you doing whatever you like to do. You don't have to listening what Buddha said it, right? So, and then what don't have to care that what you learn about karma. So there's a thing saying despairing karma. You shouldn't do that. This is the sign that you do not believe. The despairing karma is more danger than you ignoring it. I mean, like ignorantly taking negative actions and intently taking negative actions too. It's um, it's having more like a heavier karmas, which is taking you action taking intently, right? The compare these two, the ignorantly doing is less, right? So, and then knowing many things, but still you don't care. Is that you mind? It means that you intently taking negative actions. So therefore, saying now we should either we should have more patience doing Dharma practice, or we should accumulate more merit. So because of that, all the unsuccess is not only that cause and condition what you think it is, also saying the karma is the one of the also cause that everything's makes you unsuccess, right? So you do dharma, you want to do dharma practice meditation, and then on the time you can do it. So, and you want to memorize some textbook, and the time you cannot do it, or you want to understand deeper, you cannot understand it. So, and then you want to become, you want to like engage the moral ethics and so all the other practice nice or like effortly, but you can't do it. Same way, like another worldly activities, you want to do good business, it's not happening with you, or you want to do some kind of so on good things, you cannot happen it. All this happening karma about you. It's good to think that it makes you more calms. This is the way here we're learning, right? And then knowing that, then saying it is part of that meditating on changing self and other. So all you knowing this, then you are apply for changing self and others. All this happening, bad things happening with me, to taking this happening my karma and all other sufferings taken with me, and my all virtues to giving to others, then have a more peaceful. That's the saying it, right? Yeah. Okay. Once we talk about karma, isn't that it's kind of blaming me, right? It's criticizing me. So because the karmic, yeah, that's many people are feeling that, right? Therefore, yeah, this bad, that bad. So anyhow, this is how we need to do. Finally, when we know that, and then we have to apply changing step and other practice. Each line, right? So way beginning, I few line I mention it, then I not mention it. So today I'll mention again. Each line, which you knowing that evil karma which turning upon you, what happening with you in the time, the suffering, or so on, so on. And after you know that, then you apply for practice that changing self and others. Take all this others is to you, and you are suffering could be substituted for all other suffering, and then wish them all others beings sufferings are like a you are taking all these others being suffering, you are experiencing all others being sufferings, and wish them not have suffering, right? And then instead of have not only that wishing that not have suffering, and you giving your virtue to them to be more happiest, right? That's how we need to each time practice. Okay. Any question with this line? Okay. So then we're going to move to next. Here's a when all the religious ritual I perform go amish. Amiss. It is the weapon we will come turning up on me for investing hope and expectation in forces of darkness. Okay. So that darkness, investing hope and expectations in force of darkness. It's saying you are too much relying on the darkness. Could be here action, darkness could be person, say the very negative people, very negative person, and then you always relying on negative person, and then that result most of the time comes suffering, right? That's talking here. The investing hope and expectation of force of darkness, the darkness could be person, right? The negative person, or darkness could be your negative action. So and here's a religious ritual, ritual I perform, go M's. Who cares? I miss, right? And then who cares? Do we really cares? Right? When all the religious rituals I perform go MS. Right? It says here, but not only West, now new like a 24th centuries. That not really cares that prayer, religious ritual, puja, this don't care that because they don't not that much believe on it. And especially West don't have that much habit, right? But they do prayer. They do prayer, but it's too much influenced by other religions saying the creator. They do prayer to someone else to asking them help, take my suffering, or like give me what I want, wish fulfill me, or take my suffering. That's asking to someone. That's a praying, right? So we never pray that, or we maybe not do not have a belief on that. It's accumulate merit, and that merit brings me success. That merit brings me overcome by suffering. That merit brings me like a joyful or happy years. We really not believe on that, right? So therefore, when we have a puja, we can see very much less people in our DNGL or other centers. I don't know. But when you go this opposite, it's kind of like it goes to opposite. And you look at the Tibetan community, when we have some kind of puja, a lot of people come. The teaching, very much less people. For Westerner, when we're teaching, many people come. For puja, very much less. What is going wrong here, right? So, but either both are doing based on their one kind of motivation or expectation, right? The Tibetan community or Buddhist community, I can see either the Sri Lanka or some other country, the Buddhist community, when it's a prayer, many people come, right? Initiation, many people come. So, but this all same, like it looks like the more, the Buddhists are more established in Asia's earlier time, right? And then most of these countries are, I guess this is my assumption, which I'm little bit sees that, or like some ICs experience. Do I have experience or other things like guessing here? Yes, the puja they come a lot, but when we giving teaching, most of country is same. It's not really attending on teaching, but which is important part also, right? So both are important to attending teaching and attending like the puja or ritual, religious ritual. Both are important, but that's the two happening now. Two different West and we can say East and West. Because the East are more attending puja but less teaching. West are more attending like a teaching, less puja. All right. So, but we have to know each other. We have to combine, like put it together, and then the discussion. How comes you do that? How comes you do that, right? So, so actually, all this teaching we are studying or learning for what? For actually for practice, right? And then ritual, religious ritual or puja is one of the practice actually, right? So yes, most of people say, yeah, I don't want to recite, which I'm not understand the meaning, right? That's the most of them said. I don't want to, because they're not attending puja. Maybe this might be one reason, right? I don't want to do puja. I don't want to do like a prayer because I do not understand what line you're saying it. So then question for you, if this is your reason, and question for you, are you engaged the practice which you know everything? That's the question, right? If you're not engaging all this practice which you know, then what is makes different that reading without knowing the meaning? Is there any different? Right? So this is just simply discussion. Mainly, yes, attending puja, we don't have belief on it, therefore we're not that much attending. But it's good to know that the performing here's a religious ritual means like usually we say prayer or puja or chanting, right? So
Geshe?
yes.
Hey, I have an idea about perhaps maybe why the Westerners may be a little hesitant to attend the pujas. I think a lot of us come from religious backgrounds that stopped making sense for us. So it represents the religious aspects like that. They represent a kind of dogma that we have rejected. And the Buddhism is something very different for us. It doesn't have that dogma. You know, you're always saying to us when we're in class, don't just accept what I'm saying, or don't just accept what Buddha says, just, you know, test it for yourself. For us, it's like the opposite of dogma. And I think maybe we think of the puja ceremonies and so on as being a little bit leaning toward that. And that's just my guess. And I'm gonna mute myself.
Oh, okay. So then let me explain about Buddhism puja then. So come overcome by that dogma.
Thank you.
So here we someone have a sickness, and then we asking, oh, please can you do medicine puja? Or someone like dying or close to dying or someone death, we do puja, right? So all this puja, we are not really doing that clear that suffering which you experience right now. The puja is doing for that is clearing that cause of that suffering, right? So the what you experience right now, the suffering is already happening. That couldn't take it out, right? But you will continue suffering by the karmic cause or whatever the cause. That we do puja for clearing, purifying that karma, which is brings you suffering next moment. That kind of purifying, right? So it's the same way that the people died, and we do 49 days prayer for who died. But that person who died are not doing it. Someone else, either their relative or some monks, nuns, whoever, someone else doing puja for them. Actually, it's doing that, purifying their negative karma. But when we look at this karmic, how karma functioned, it's kind of like a very conflict to say that someone else doing puja to purify your karma. It's almost impossible that you will see. But as says here, the karma is also the beyond our thought. But some point or some power could do that, but cannot perish or cannot purify that much as you purifying by doing yourself. It can be do some purified. So the purified that the power of the truth, the power of all these Buddha's qualities, and power of the the power of the purification practice, right? All this comes together and purified a little bit. So that's the how we doing puja help. How puja help to the others, right? So
thank you.
Yeah, I'm continuing now. So yeah, so okay, and also when you look at either Lama Chopa prayer, Tara prayer, we do Rinpoche's long life Tara prayer. We do Lama Chopa means like a Guru Yoga puja. We do, right? When you look at there, comes in attendant puja, all this meditation practice. We're not asking someone to help me. All this you're meditating. It is practice, that Guru devotion practice. It is like your practice for changing yourself, actually, indirectly, that you can see. The most of our puja, the prayer or chanting, are either a reminder or practicing directly. It is a practice, right? So how is practice? Same as like you recite sadhana every day. It is practice, unless you know how to do it, right? But most of things, sadhana is just recited, then you're not doing really practice. The sadhana is that whatever the word in there, whatever line in there, you're saying a little bit loudly, which you can hear, that help you to think it, right? All the sadhana or six-session Guru Yoga, all this are part of the meditation. You know, it's at least who can explain well to you, then you will know, right? So this is all this practice, and then same. The most of our practice are what called prayer or chanting or practice. But something there's the prayer or chanting that we asking someone else, like when we ask Tara, or we ask to the medicine Buddha, or we ask to someone else. But look at which way we are asking it. We are not asking to medicine Buddha, help me to take my suffering, right? We believe the medicine Buddha, I'm taking one of the example puja, right? Medicine Buddha themselves is qualified and completely enlightened. That way it's very qualified and powerful, the object is, right? And we're keeping that object, we're thinking this object and doing like a 7 limb practice with them, doing prostration and offering and reciting their name, and this they're doing. Actually, we are not asking them to help me. This holy object can brings me some benefit. Therefore, I am doing myself prostration to you, to accumulating merit to me. Offering to you, accumulating merit to me. Reciting your name 7 times, 21 times, as many times, because I want to purify myself. So this all is like between medicine Buddha and us. What things is the 7 limb practice is the main practice, which is help directly to us, right? But the 7 limb practice, look at those 7 limb practice. Is there no things asked to medicine Buddha to help me to take my suffering? Do you see that? Right? 7 limb practice is prostration, offering, rejoicing, purification practice, asking long life, asking like training the Dharma, and then dedication. Nothing to ask to medicine Buddha. Right? All this we doing with holy object. Because of the we adding more power on it. So our own self, we can do some kind of prostration or some kind of 7 limb practice. We can do it our own by, right? But it we do with some holy object will be additional, isn't that? So it will be more, get more power. And as like I said, power of the truth. Power of the truth. So also brings you some kind of benefit. So they're saying that your own practice, the power, the based on that you are like adding that someone else, the holy being's power, and then also the truth of the truth, power of the truth. All this comes together that help us to cure illness, overcome by suffering, or like a purified negative karma, through by the purified negative karma. This is how we do. Most of prayer are actually purifying negative karma that help us to overcome by suffering. And sometimes we also believe that some kind of a spirit or some kind of like evils, harms, the being that I'm talking, could be harms to us. And that part, what we do in prayer also, we giving some kind of ritual cakes, torma that we call, right? We giving them torma and be compassionately asking, don't harms. That's the one way to overcome by like a or illness or so on, cures the illness. That's the one way to do it, right? So that's also how you can see the Buddhist prayer and chanting, puja. So any question? Yes.
I have 2 questions. In the new practice that you have given us, there is a line that is confusing to me. In the just before taking refuge.
Mhm.
I can't quote it exactly, but I think it says that since the gurus and Buddhas can save one from falling into lower ego,
Yes.
I will thus take. So how is that different from praying to a deity to save me from something?
Not different. The Lama and Buddha, how save you falling down through hell, right? This is the Dharma. The Lama teach you, Buddha teach you. This is the way Buddha Dhamma Sangha protect us, right? But if you engage how Lama and Buddha instructed you, then you will save. If you do not follow, if you do not engage those practice what instructed, no save. Buddha cannot save. Lama cannot save.
I understand that.
Same way we're asking deity that, so this is just directly you're engaging your own practice, right? That part is accumulating merit with like a Tara or Medicine Buddha, the deities. We do pray with them. It's as per part of accumulating merit. Accumulating merit, most of things is your own practice. You have to come sit down, you have to chant, you have to think, you have to visualize, you have to, there's all things you have to do it, right? But doing with some kind of powerful holy object will be get more powerful. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
I guess I was just confused by the language, which sounded like any other religion in that one line.
I say, yeah. So other religions, as I said earlier, that we're asking them, take my suffering out, right? We're asking them, fulfill my wish. The Buddha is not that way. We never ask to Buddha, fulfill my wish. We never ask to Buddha, take my suffering out, because we never believe on it. Buddha cannot do that, right? So it's impossible. But only the way we can do that is with Buddha, with Tara, with Medicine Buddha, or with some kind of holy object. We can do our own practice. That power will help us to purify our negative karma, right? Look at that. Even like a logically, last time, once I was like a kind of like a young time, I hear that first time. When I hear this first time, some spirit can harm you. It makes me really conflict with the karma, right? How come? Because here saying everything I feel, experience suffering, it's my own karma. Or everything I feel happiness, my own karma. But how come the spirit harms to me? Can spirit brings me more suffering to my life? If so, then what happened with my karma? That question comes into me when I studying it, when I learning it. So then once questions comes, of course I will ask, right? I will investigate, examine it, I will ask. So then I go to ask some of my friends, or then not really get a satisfying answer. And then they ask to my teachers. Then they're saying, yes, even the spirit harms you based on your karma. If you do have a negative karma, they can pour water on that. Because look at that, they said, the spirit cannot harm to arhat because they are out of karma. Cannot. We don't have any history like that, or some spirit harms to arhat. But we have one history that all the Maras, Mara means evil, right? The Maras comes to harm the Buddha, but never affected. That's we know, right? When we look at the Buddha's life story. You know, you are familiar with it, right? So how come Mara cannot harm to Buddha? Because Buddha do not have any potential too happening suffering onto him, because Buddha has overcome by all this karmic and ignorance and everything. Therefore, maras, evil spirit cannot harm them. But we ordinary being could be harms to us because we have a lot of negative karma. Therefore, how they harms us? Because they said, we do have a seed of karma, negative karma, and they're pouring water into it. They're shifting it, right? So, and then that's the way that the karma is happening, and then we feel suffering. That's my gut answer. Yeah. Otherwise, it's a little bit conflict with the karma.
When you say pour in water, does that mean it helps it to grow? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
But based on we do not have a seed, water do nothing, right? But water do something because when we have a seed.
Yeah.
But it not happening with Buddha, it not happening with the Arhat because they don't have a seed. But happening with the hearts, they do have a seed. We do have a seed. That's the saying. Even the spirit harms to us based on our karma, right? So therefore, its important part is we should accumulate merit as much as we can in this lifetime, or we can purify negative karma or not take action negative, any action as much as we can, any circumstances, any situation. Then, then we will getting more merit. How much we gain merit, they couldn't harm to us. They couldn't harm to us. That's the because we believe the spirits are there, ghosts are there, right? Some kind of being there, many different type of being there that Buddhists believe. Also, they have some kind of power can harm us. They also do that. But while we're doing that, we are like say Naga or so on, right? And then we are that we giving Toma for them, and then talk nicely. All this line you see, don't harms, we doing puja, they're doing all doing nice things and compassionately asking you, all this line like this. And then when the compassion and giving Toma, gentle way to asking not harms. This is one of this, our prayer, puja. But still it's related with the purifying karma, right? So yeah.
So do you think, sorry, my second question.
Oh, I see. Okay.
How do we know if the religious rituals go amiss? And is investing hope and expectation in forces of darkness, is that cause of the rituals going amiss?
Yes. That's
Okay.
exactly saying here. Yeah.
But how do we know that that's happened? How do we know that the rituals are not producing the desired effect?
That's our daily experience. That's the how we know. It's like I say, sometimes like people have a sick, and then they're seeing doctor not help. They see many different type of doctor, traditional doctor or like a Western doctor not help. And then finally they're doing puja, also not help. That's you can take example that because why it's not helping is they're turning karma up and them.
But then you're talking about performing a ritual for benefit to yourself.
But saying even performing ritual couldn't benefit you sometime because that's happening karma. That's the saying. But generally, yes. So performing ritual, as I said, performing ritual, most of performing ritual, either it's you doing purification practice, or you are accumulating merit, or you cultivating some kind of compassion and some kind of deities. Yeah, that's the most things do our practice, to puja or prayer.
So for those types of puja, recognizing whether or not it's effective is a long-term proposition, right?
Yes.
It would be over time, we would understand that that's really working or not.
It's not really take long time. Let's say my experience doing medicine Buddha puja, in our monastery. Earlier I heard that if someone very difficult situation in the moment is not dying, not alive, it's very like a what's called critical, very critical condition. So at the moments when we do medicine Buddha, it will be clear faster. Either you cures faster or you dies. So that's the one thing saying it. And then the medicine Buddha puja is it's kind of like I see there a few times, then I happily believe on it. So, and then doing puja, especially when I have a first time belief or experience on it, I never have thought that. But when I become a Geshe, I have to offer to whole monks the food and the offer money that we have to do it. This is like a traditionally doing it. And then I'm just following as a traditioner. I don't think, oh, I accumulated huge merit. I don't think that, right? But after doing that few days, I feel very joy. I don't know how comes that joy. That makes me think, okay, accumulating merit or like a doing puja or offering to monks and nuns, kind of like that kind of result could be. That's I feel it. Then this is first time. I always investigate actually, right? So this first time happening with me, and maybe I thought, oh, it's coincidence, right? And then let's see, and a few gap, and then after a few years, again, like a huge offer there, same feelings comes actually. So that's really brings me some kind of trust to doing puja will benefiting it. So.
Isn't that also just a good feeling that being a good person and giving back is partly what you're saying, the feelings that you have?
Being good person, giving back, this is generally, yes, of course, it is like a part of the compassion practice, right? So not exactly same that I'm talking right now. Yeah, it's not exactly same. It's a, because I'm saying, as well as we're doing some kind of practice, doing practice with a holy object makes different result. Or like our practice doing with some kind of not holy object will be affect differently. So that's what I'm talking here. So how doing the like a puja with either you as saying like I can now conclude it here that way. So most of Buddhist puja, or we call puja, chanting, prayer, whatever call. It's three things you're doing. Either you're doing purification practice, right? Or you're accumulating merit, or you're cultivating some kind of good qualities. These three things we're doing it. The puja. Isn't that practice we call it? It is practice, right? And also, all these results are happening with us doing puja, even just reciting mantra. Because of that, again, I can see the power of your accumulating merit, the power of truth, power of the object, holy object. These three powers comes together and brings you some kind of result affected. So this is the brief way to describe the Buddhist chanting, prayer, puja. Clear?
Yes, thank you.
Let me repeat one more time. Don't say I don't understand next time. Okay. So, so three things you'd be doing: either we accumulating merit, or purifying negative karma, or cultivating something, good qualities. All the puja, okay, all this puja, we're doing this. Okay. And then while we're doing puja, is kind of what power brings us to accomplish to our wish, what power give us to overcome by suffering and like these things, because they're saying three power of your accumulating merit, power of truth, the power of the Buddhas, all this, like a 3 eons, they practice 6 perfections. 3 eons they do generosity practice. 3 eons they do morality practice. All these conclusions comes that enlightenment, the body, right? Body and mind. The enlightened body and mind, as we cannot see, it's just simply it is. When we counted 3 eons, we cannot do even 24 hours. 3 eons they do this practice and result comes that. Isn't that they have some kind of power because of their all this practice and complete the enlightened? That's the one power. So this, therefore, 3 powers help us to accomplish our wish. Okay.
I just want to make an observation
Mm-hmm.
about the pujas.
Mm-hmm.
A few years back,
Mm-hmm.
I remember coming to pujas because I was told and it seemed important to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember quite a few of us used to come
Mm-hmm.
to the pujas.
Mm-hmm.
And then COVID happened
Mm-hmm.
and the continuity stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And watching it on Zoom, it loses something.
Mm-hmm.
It just loses something. You don't feel connected
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that has a lot to do with, particularly in this Sangha, and everybody got disconnected because of COVID for those couple of years. Nobody could come here. And that's what happened. But I remember before that coming to pujas here and a lot of people coming.
Mm-hmm. Lot of, I see. Let me think.
Well, I could go back. Geshe, I could go back to when Rinpoche was here and all those people from Jersey used to come.
Teaching?
To pujas. And
Like some Tantra puja?
No.
Like maybe self-initiation or something?
Pujas, regular pujas.
Oh, okay.
But I remember, before COVID,
I see.
I don't want to say 100 people, but
Okay.
people in this Sangha that used to come weekly, used to come.
Huh.
They don't come anymore. I know I haven't. I'll speak for myself.
Bad memory, me.
I haven't.
Yeah, bad memory.
Laura, I'm not so sure I agree.
You don't remember that? I know you do. I know you remember.
anyhow, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, I agree.
Oh, come on.
Guy used to come. DJ used to come. Don't you remember that?
You're on vacation.
That's right.
We are not arguing whether you come to puja or not come to puja, right? We are learning how benefit. So
But you sound disappointed. You sound disappointed that we don't come to puja.
few time, I can honestly say few time I disappointed. Then, and one thing's way beginning, maybe you guys forget, way beginning, I'm not that much encourage you to do puja. I'm more encourage you to do study and meditation. Study and meditation, that I encourage it actually. And puja, not that much power, that's sometimes I said it.
No, I remember that, Geshe.
Yeah, you should say that.
I do.
Yeah, sometimes I said that puja is not that much power, because I want to encourage you to more study more. If you more study it, puja comes automatically. I'm waiting and waiting, never come automatically, then I have to encourage now. Puja. Because that's my expectation, right? How much you learn about the Buddhism, how much you learn about the karmic, that actually brings you to come to puja. That's my expectation. Therefore, I say, puja is okay, just learn, study it, meditation, study as meditation, right? Then, after a long time, didn't see that much. Yeah, you come, the guy comes, someone come. But this is like it's very small, it's still small, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm small, as a small group, fewer. I didn't say no one comes, right? I said fewer, right? Do you remember? Fewer comes, I said that.
But it's a small Sangha here.
Yeah, I know. But when we're teaching, I didn't found that small Sangha. So anyhow, doesn't matter. So this is, actually either like let's say last Tuesday class, we do 6 preliminary prayer, chanting, puja, right? Only 7 people come. 7, right?
So it's a small.
Yeah, 7 people comes.
Online as well?
Online, include online everything. So usually the 15, 16 people there, the Tuesday class, only 7 people comes for that preliminary prayer puja, right?
Yes.
But this is complete. They're learning and learning and learning. Now, time to come to practice, then do not come, because I don't want to recite la 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 la, right? I don't want to sing. Wah, wah, wah. This is all we think it, right? But actually, if you careful think in English, line, but that's the reason I'm reading in English. Actually, the way beginning we decided. So one time we explained that one of the one of the part of the 6 preliminary practice, and one time we decide with the melody. That's I decided, and then all this change it. Finally, I reciting in English whole, because this too is not that much worked, right? So trust me, when I change it something, it might have some reason. Instead of disappointing, ask me why you changed. This is important, right? When you know the reason, then it makes sense to you. That's I thought it. Now I change it just doing in English, because let them get familiarization first. What is meaning are there? Then we can go, right? So that's how I thought it. Therefore, I studied English, and then when I study English, one good thing is Geshe is day off now. He can off class, right? He don't have to join because he cannot read the English. So, and then benefit to you guys to get familiarization to meaning of this all six preliminary practice, and then with the Lamrim. Actually, 6 preliminary practice, 4 Lamrim practice, right? And this 6 preliminary practice included the Lamrim practices there. So therefore, the reciting English, that's how I do it. Yeah, so anyhow, just don't forget that three things, right? 3 power, 3 basics, 2 cures our illness and benefit to ourselves, and then purified, all these things, right? To doing puja and chanting prayer. So without explain that, it is really not feeling hearsay. When all the religious ritual I perform go MS, who cares, right? Is go MS or not MS? I don't care, because I don't attend puja. I don't care puja. I don't care the religious rituals, right? So therefore I'm explaining now here to how important it is. Okay.
Thank you, Geshe.
You're welcome. Okay. So this line, for me, even like a non-Buddhist can learn something here. Say, to saying, if you rely too much on evil person, then your act, your thoughts might be driven to the evil, and then like the gentle persons, nice person will be not that much help to you because you're not listening, right? And that way, your whole action will be ruined. Your whole activities will be the go to like a unsuccessful. That's also we can learn same line talks the Buddhist way, same line talks general in this lifetime. Therefore, not too much rely on evil person, right? Not too much trust evil person, evil people, right? Do you believe there are evil people there? So, right, not too much rely or not too much trust to evil person. Evil person means not really describing the person itself, their thought, right? Their action makes them evil, therefore we call evil person, right? So anyhow, so not too much trust and rely on them, otherwise, if you rely to only those, then it's always like everything turns to the negative. Your conversation, your thought, your activities all turn into the negative because you rely on that. They only influence you that negativity, right? So, and then the gentle person, nice person will be automatically getting far from you because your attitudes, right? So therefore, really, even like our daily life happenings or like our Dharma practice, always find it out the good environment. That's usually we said, good friends, Dharma friends, that's we said, right? So here we could be Dharma friends here. So we can rely each other, we can friend each other, right? So this we have to find it out, good environment. So that's also you can learn from this line. So, and finally say, from now on, I will turn away from the force of darkness, never take any negative actions, not rely on the negative peoples, or not too much trust on the evil persons. So I try to not do that. If you not do that, then it will be more success, either like both way, the spiritual way, or daily worldly life way. Yeah. Okay. So are you clear that today topic is actually talks good, karma and puja, right? Karma and puja is two very much connected, these two. So, and then it's important to think, even you cannot think whole individual karmic cause and effect, like a 10 virtues, 10 non-virtues, even you cannot think, but always try to think the 4 general characteristics. Oh yeah, karma is sudden, karma is sudden. What is really karma sudden mean? That's all things this meaning. Yeah, only virtues can bring to happening, only suffering comes from negative actions. Negative actions only brings you the suffering, no more than it. Never ever the negative actions brings you happiness. Never ever. And then never ever virtuous actions brings you suffering. That's what we call sudden karma, right? And think that again and again, and try to also, you can read the book to more understand, more get to think, more object or more reason to think, and then think every day. This is part of prayer, actually. This is part of your sadhana. This is part of your mantra recitation, right? That makes you better. So, and then you can come back to the puja will better. Yeah. Okay. Any question now?
Is there any way that you can tell that your suffering is based on karma or it's based on karma with an evil spirit? Can you tell?
I can clearly say it's based on karma.
Say that again?
Karma.
You can't
Only
tell
karma.
You can't tell the difference, right? Like if I got sick, it could have been an evil spirit.
Could it, but rapiding suffering based on your karma.
But it's, yeah, based on.
Yeah, your karma. The experience will be same.
But yeah, so what good is an evil spirit? What are they doing?
Why they doing it? What they doing it?
Are they speeding up my bad karma somehow?
Oh yeah, that's the they have some kind of potential that we think, like say Naga. I don't know. Sometimes it goes to too much. What called? Yeah, I forget that line. That word again. Superstitious. Yeah. Okay. So sometimes it goes to superstitious, right? The people saying the Nagas actually sometimes lives in tree and this and that. So, and then when we cut the tree and then saying Naga harms you. When I was in India, I had a lot of I don't know the name. It's kind of pimple.
It's
big
abscess.
abscess, yeah. Yeah, abscess. I have many abscess. And one of my friends saying, "Oh, did you cut the tree?" Yes, I cut the tree actually in front of our one tree. That's why I cut it. And then, yeah, that will be Naga could be the brings to that abscess. I still don't believe that. So because our blood, right? But here also we cut tree. Why will Nagas not comes to West? So anyhow, I cannot say it's 100% wrong, right? I cannot say 100% wrong. They might have some kind of reason, or they might some kind of believe that, always we should keep open, even you don't believe. Possible could be right? But I don't believe that. Or sometime, it's looks like all this superstitious, but could be coincidence, could be right. Many things happening, right? So sometimes they kill the frogs and raining, so now harms to Naga. That's the saying, something happening. It whatever. So your answer is, yeah, there are some kind of they're not really putting knife directly to us, right? The human can directly put knife to us, or we can win, or we can sick, right? The human do that. But instead of knife, they have some other power, might be to like give us some suffering. But actually based on our karma, even you put the knife and then we have a wound based on our karma, isn't that? Because this body is resolved the karma, and clearly see that the resolved karma, the body is not really pure body, right? The contamination body. This body is not pure body, and then once the knife puts there, it comes through wound. That's no question, right? Because of the body condition of body. That's also based on karma. That how human being harms to either gun or knife, then spirit harms different way, to giving suffering to us. Understand? Clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
It might go more into your mind too. I mean, these nagas probably try to affect your mind more than your body, probably.
How come?
To have doubt, anger.
But sometimes we say that some kind of like a local deities, or some kind of demigods or gods have a power that increases our desire, increases our anger. That said it. They have some kind of potential to that. But I don't know, every spirit can do that, right? So, and then mainly the increasing attached desire or anger is that more simple. We can find easy cause to increasing my anger. We don't have to wait Naga and some spirit doing that. We can find more easy. But when we have an illness, very difficult to curing it. Sometimes we have a wound, never cures, life years by years. And then scientists might explain different way. And then the religious might explain this different way, which is right, which is wrong, we never know, right? So anyhow, so it's possible that one wound takes long time to cure, many years, right? So that kind of things could be the harms by others, yeah, or based on our karma again. Yep.
I think Geshe may someday come and visit us again.
It's dependent on you guys' practice. Yeah. So I don't know. No, he 86 now, right? How old are you?
77.
Oh, yeah, okay. And much older than you, the Rinpoche is. And then we wish that he take more relaxed rest time, but still he's teaching on online. And when you join the online, you can ask question, Rinpoche answer question. So this is makes more like a connected close. When we talk like here, right? You just listening and not asking question. Yeah, it's online that you realize. When you react like asking question or more like a participate in a class, then you will feel Rinpoche's in front of you, right? So yeah, join the Rinpoche's online class. That will help, but he might comes once in a year, right? And then this is the how when Rinpoche is here, again, I'm not saying all of you, okay? When Rinpoche is here, less people coming to receiving teaching. They think, oh, I can go tomorrow. I can go next month. I can go next week. But when Rinpoche leave, it's big surprise. That could be happening with everyone, right? So take chance to learn, take chance to study and practice while whoever have with you, right? So, and then this is good opportunity. And then also, yeah, Rinpoche comes once a year. Yeah. So our mind is too based on like a lazy that, you know, the postponing lazy, that's thinking, oh, Rinpoche is here. This is Rinpoche's resident house. We never thought that Rinpoche's moved somewhere, right? This is residence. So he will be here. I can come tomorrow or I can come next week. So now having regret is too late.
Joshua, but do you think that's really entirely it, though?
Sorry,
Do you think that's really entirely it?
entirely means
Entirely.
Reason?
That's the whole-
No, is that really the full reason? I mean, Rinpoche is getting older. There is an aspect of impermanence and maybe lack of understanding.
what I'm reasoning, what I like talked here is not giving you why Rinpoche is not coming here. Only giving you what we missed it.
No. What I'm saying is that we may be holding on to something that we may remember from a long time ago, but the reality is he's getting older and we want him to rest. He's still teaching, but maybe not fully understanding that how he was 10 years ago or 15 years ago is not how he's going to be now because he's getting older. Anyway, maybe I'm not making sense.
I don't know what your main point.
Yeah.
I don't understand what your main point.
My main point is that if we understood impermanence, we would take every advantage when he was younger and not, you know what I'm saying, to go to his teachings. When he was here, to go to his teachings. Because
Yeah.
we know they don't last forever.
Yeah, it's still, yeah, at that point, still we have opportunity. Rinpoche is teaching online.
Right.
Yeah, we have opportunity. One day, we might say, oh, Rinpoche is gone. Rinpoche's retreat, never teach. Possible, right? But still he's teaching. That's opportunity for us. That satisfied it. And then, you know, what we miss is miss it. And what we can do it now, do it. So this is opportunity, right? Okay. Okay, Tangu.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you very
Geshe,
much.
Geshe,
Uh-huh.
Can I ask a question? It's not related to this class.
Sure, no problem.
I was not able to attend on Thursday. I had a reunion and I keep looking online on your YouTube page, but the last teaching is from June. And I'm
Yeah.
wondering, how long does it take for the teaching to go up online onto the
Ask the
YouTube?
Chopel. Chopel is prepared to answering.
I sent you a message at the beginning of class that said, I'm gonna upload it today and send it to you.
Oh, Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Geshe,
Uh-huh.
are the pujas now only on Tuesday nights? One Tuesday a month?
Every first Tuesday in a
Every
month.
first
Yeah.
Tuesday?
This is sixth preliminary practice. And then now we have a extra puja that Geshe asked me to do it. So the either Tibetan lunar calendar, sometime 10th or sometime 25th, we do Lama Choba. This is this is one of the commitment who took the Vajrayogini initiation. This is a commitment to do that. So, and then Geshe started recently. We did, right, Chappelle?
Yes, yeah.
Only one person in
Yeah,
online.
it's posted on the calendar. but,
On the calendar.
Yeah.
If it.
Yeah, only one person in online, and Geshe and myself here, and Tubden Lobsang's here. Yeah, four
Is
of
that
us.
one is that in English as well, that one, or no?
No,
That's in
Lama
Tibet.
Choba. Yeah,
That's in
Tibet. Yeah.
English is there.
Once you have a book, we're reading in Tibet, but phonetic is there, English is there. Yeah. Okay.